What's up, everybody? Ryan Turford, the man on the moose here, and today I've got a very exciting video to show you guys today because we're going to be unboxing this very cool collector's edition from Spike Chunsoft. This is AI, the SOMNIUM Files, nirvanA initiative. This is the collector's edition of the game. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here, so I'm excited to get into this. So let's just dive right in.
Here we go!
So if you're unfamiliar with AI, the SOMNIUM Files, and what this even is, some kind of weird game, this is actually a detective game, an adventure game from the creator of the Zero Escape series, which is a really cool like horror visual novel series all about, escape rooms and basically having a bunch of characters locked in these cool environments. Whereas the SOMNIUM Files, you play a detective and you're basically investigating a bunch of murders. And that's kind of what the sequel is all about as well, where you have, two new characters, although one of them is returning from the last game. As well, you have your AI companion. Her name is Iba, and you just go around and, solve mysteries. So I was a huge fan of the first one, and I was super excited when nirvanA Initiative was announced last year, and I was so psyched for this. So I'm very happy to have this collector's edition in my possession. So let's just pop this box open and see what's in here, because there's a lot of cool stuff in here I want to show y'all. We got to pull all this plastic wrap off here. So now we've got the plastic wrap off. I forgot to mention as well, I've got the Switch version of the game. This is also available on Xbox and PlayStation 4 as well. So you have a bunch of different places to get this. Although I know the collector's edition was floating around for a little bit, but I don't think they're around anymore. So I don't know if you're going to be able to get your hands on this one anymore, unfortunately, which is too bad because, again, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So starting off, we just slide the front compartment out because there is a really big thing in here that I'm excited to show off, but let's do the smaller stuff first. So inside this little kind of pouch, we've got a copy of the game. So again, I've got it on Switch. So here you go. We got your physical copy of the game here. And then next up, one of the cool things about the first game was the game's soundtrack. I think there was some great music in it, and we actually have a soundtrack included with this version of the game. So it's got a lot of tracks by the looks of it on the back here. So lots of music to jam out to if you've got a CD player still, or again, if you've got an Xbox One that, still plays CDs essentially. I'm excited to listen to that because, again, soundtrack from the first game was amazing, and I can't wait to hear some of the music from nirvanA Initiative. And then the last thing in this pouch before we kind of throw this to the ground here is a art book. It's kind of a smaller art book. There might be some spoilers and stuff here, so I'm just going to go ahead and just, turn to just some random page where they're kind of showing off the different logos and stuff like that, the different versions of the logo and what they were kind of brainstorming, as well as like Mizuki, who is the main character, or at least one of the two kind of main protagonists. She's, again, returning from the first game. So lots of cool stuff in here. I'm excited to go through this once I've, finished the game, because a lot of art books usually tend to have spoilers in them, so I don't want to spoil myself on the story, since the story is kind of a big part of this game. But I think we've got everything else besides kind of the coup de grace, the main item from this, which I'm excited about as someone who actually collects figures. As you can see behind me, there's some cool ones back there. But we have from Pop-Up Parade and Good Smile Company, we have a Pop-Up Parade figure of Iba, which is pretty awesome. This is a figure that, as far as I know, is actually exclusive to this collector's edition. You can't actually buy this figure outside of it. So we're going to go ahead and kind of open up this box so I can give you a closer look at Iba without all the glare from my light kind of glancing all over this box. And here we go. We've got our Iba in all of her glory. Again, the Pop-Up Parade figures are usually like a budget figure line that Good Smile Company puts out in Japan. Usually, most of these figures usually range between $20 and $30, essentially, depending when you do the conversion from Japanese yen to Canadian dollars. So they're actually fairly cheap for the most part. And again, this is no different as far as the quality that they put together. One of the things I like about the Pop-Up Parade figures, though, is, again, for the value for the dollar that you're paying for it, I think the quality is a little bit higher than something you'd get on like a prize figure, like something you'd get from a Japanese crane machine or something like that. So I think these are some good quality figures. And again, as far as I know of, there isn't another figure of this character of Iba out there. This is really the only figure, as far as I know, that has been done, unless of course there's like a fan made figure or something like that. But I'm showing a couple of pictures here just to give you a better sense of some of the details on here, because again, I think my light's a little bit too bright for something like that. I don't really show off figures too often, but I really like this figure. Again, I like Iba from the first game. She's voiced by Erica Herrlacher, who is an English voice actress who did On from Persona 5, as well as a bunch of other great video game characters. So I think she's voiced really well, and I just like her character because she's just kind of like a goofy and kind of sassy AI, and I love it. I know in the first game she was like a great foil to Date, who is the main character in that game, and I can't wait to see more of her in this game. I'm so excited that we have this figure included in this box. So that's everything in the AI, the Somnium Files and nirvanA Initiative Collector's Edition box. Overall, I think it's actually pretty sweet. I think there's a lot of great stuff in here between the game, the soundtrack, the pop-up parade figure, which, like I said, and actually I confirmed this on the back of the box, it is exclusive to this box, so can't go buy this anywhere else. Yeah, I think this is awesome. I think this is a great collector's edition. If you like AI, the Somnium Files, then I think it's a great pickup if you can find one for, retail price. Obviously, if I know that some of these are going to hit the scalper market and are going to be pretty expensive, but I don't think it's probably worth that amount. But if you can snag this for the normal price, I think you've got a pretty good deal in your hands. And we'll have more on the channel about AI, the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative next week. I'm going to be doing a video about that because I'm just getting the game today on Monday. So I'm probably not going to have a chance to play it until later this week. And then we'll have a video go up next week of some kind of review about it. But I'm super stoked about it, and I'm excited to talk about it more. But what do you think about this collector's edition for AI, the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative? Or just what do you think about the game? Are you playing it? Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford. You can find us on Twitter at Carpool Gaming, on YouTube at youtube.com/Carpool Gaming right here, or on Patreon, patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. And of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and again, comment below. Let me know what you think about the game. Well, I'm Ryan Turford. This has been an unboxing of AI, the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative's Collector Edition, and we're out.